Family and loved ones of Leonard Cure want people to know that no matter what happened at that traffic stop, he didn't deserve to die. The family and their lawyer intend to review video of the incident extensively before moving forward with a lawsuit. The Chatham County District Attorney announced the 19-count indictment of Leilani Simon with multiple charges of murder and providing false statements to police. We do want to warn you that the details of this indictment are disturbing.
Police data shows that this marks the 5th homicide in unincorporated Chatham County so far this year, which is more than double the number from this time last year.
Christian, how's it looking out there?
Hello, Andrew. We've been out here all day and conditions are going up and down. The wind has subsided for a little bit, but rain has started to really pick up. We're still seeing pedestrians out here on River Street, and officials are saying that conditions are going to worsen throughout the night.
Georgia Ports officials say this massive delivery of ship-to-shore cranes will help address the growth the Savannah ports have seen in the last few years. The executive director of the Savannah Philharmonic says the Johnny Mercer Theater inside the Savannah Civic Center has unique infrastructure, and that with a few renovations, it could become a fully fledged performing arts facility that they could use for years to come. Glenn County officials announced 3 arrests this afternoon, including 2 parents who own the house where the incident occurred. The Glenn County District Attorney says one of the biggest obstacles in this case has been the amount of misinformation spread online about what really happened to Trent that night. Today is the deadline for those living underneath the bridge to vacate the area. The Homeless Authority has been here all week trying to help people relocate and connecting them with resources they may need. These cottages are a collaborative effort between the city of Savannah and several local homeless service providers. Officials say once complete, they will serve around 100 individuals exiting homelessness. Hello, Andrew. Herschel Walker made a campaign stop at the Savannah Mall today to rally voters, while local Democratic officials hosted a press conference at Lake Mare to discuss the accomplishments of Raphael Warnock. Superintendent Kristen Waters tells me Farrell is still employed with the school district, but has been relieved of his duties as head coach. This comes after a national nonprofit organization called on the district to take action for what they say was Farrell pushing his beliefs onto players. Savannah airport officials say St. Patrick's Day is one of the busiest times of the year for them. They say they expect over 50,000 travelers to come through the airport this weekend alone. Jen, I spoke with the chief of the Savannah Police Department at their command post in City Market, who says although the crowds are crazy, they've seen 0 arrests this afternoon. A U.S. attorney announced the largest indictment in the history of the Southern District of Georgia, with 76 defendants named and alleged 3 drug-related deaths. Neighboring businesses say there have been several complaints launched against Baba Bar for things like people fighting and leaving excessive trash around the plaza. They say this incident raises safety concerns, and they want the bar to find a new location. The city has narrowed down the search for a new name on what used to be known as Calhoun Square, down to just 15 applications. At tonight's meeting, participants raised some concerns about the selection process and how it differs from previous efforts to rename a square.
The twister was the most powerful tornado to hit the entire country in 2022. Tonight, Fox 28's Christian Felt spoke with county officials about the extent of the damage and the community's efforts to rebuild 1 year later.
A year after the deadly tornado that struck Bryan County, and the area is still working to recover. Officials tell me that this is the largest insurance claim in the history of the state's county association, nearing a total of $17 million in total damage repairs throughout Pembroke and Elabel. Noah Covington is the commissioner of Bryan County's 1st District. He walked me through what it was like the day of the storm and how it took nearly everyone by surprise.
It was the worst tornado in the nation in 2022. So, yeah, nobody was expecting this. There was supposed to be baseball practice out here that day. There were people at the park working, things going on, and it was just a normal thunderstorm until the tornado hit.
Bryan County Board Chairman Carter Infinger says the tornado hit fast and hard, tearing through homes, businesses, and public facilities alike.
It was extensive damage, and it came through the neighborhood here. I just rode through it. They're under construction of 12 new homes now, so about 13 or 14 homes got destroyed in that one community next to the park. And then throughout the county, our county admin building, our county courthouse suffered extensive damage too.
Covington says in the aftermath, people traveled from across state lines to lend a hand, but he's most proud of how county residents came together to help their neighbors. A year later, you can still see where the tornado left its mark. But that won't stop this community from building back a better Bryan.
You see it everywhere. You still see some bent poles. You still see some fences that aren't mended. You know, you still see you can go over to the golf course. There's still a blue tarp. There's still no clubhouse. You know, things that people have come to enjoy and expect. You know, most of it's been hauled off and cleaned up. But everywhere you look, there's damage, and it's still evident. And I think it will be for some time.
County officials say they've made much progress on repairing Hendricks Park with new bleachers, lights, and fields. They say repairs on the county courthouse and construction of the new gymnasium are expected to be complete by the end of 2024. In Bryan County, Christian Felt, Fox 28 News at 10.
But first, Fox 28's Christian Felt joins us live in downtown Savannah with the impact the parade's having on local businesses and the tourism industry as well.
The Irish spirit returns to Savannah. Locals and tourists say they are glad to see St. Patrick's Day return. Local businesses and patrons of today's festivities say St. Patty's Day in the hostess city is unlike any other.
We love Savannah, 912, till I die.
People have traveled from around the world to visit Savannah during its iconic St. Patrick's Day celebration. And some local businesses say they're cashing in.
I am just shocked that this is what happens here in Savannah of all places. Like, I've been meeting people from all over the place, people from Alaska and Guatemala and Ireland.
Most people say the experience in Savannah lives up to the hype.
This is what you dream of. Like, this is what you hear of. When you first come to Savannah, everyone talks about the St. Patrick's Day parade.
While St. Patrick's Day gives local businesses a boost, some say it can't make up for lost time.
You really have to think about the local businesses. We've all lost because of the pandemic. And so it's not a matter of trying to make up, because you can't make up for 2 years that we've lost.
The celebration is an opportunity to meet new people, but others have traveled to Savannah to tie the knot.
So we came here because we wanted to get married on St. Patty's Day, and what better place in the world to get married on St. Patty's Day than in Savannah, Georgia, the bombest St. Patty's Day party in the world.
With seas of green flooding the downtown area, participants say they are glad to see so many people take part.
The diversity of the people and all the green colors, and just in the beautiful weather, obviously, and the good time.
After a 2-year hiatus because of the pandemic, almost everyone says they are glad to have the Irish holiday back.
It really does feel good. It's a part of Savannah. And for the 2 years we were without it, we felt the loss.
It's my first time down here, and it is great seeing the city back, better than ever, having the time of their lives.
Although the parade was today, officials say the celebration will continue throughout the weekend, and people should expect high volumes of traffic and crowds in the city. Reporting live in Savannah, Christian Felt, Fox 28 News at 10. That's right, I'm here at Van Johnson's watch party, and polls have you way ahead. How do you feel?
It's not over until it's over. So until I'm told that it's over, then we don't claim anything. I've seen enough fourth quarter comebacks.
What are some priorities for you this time around if you were to win?
If I'm going to win, that means that we have momentum, we have progress, we have to keep pushing on what we've been doing here and continue making sure it all means all in the city.
What are some of the issues that are most important to you?
Well, it's about housing. It's about housing. It's about economic growth and empowerment. It's about managing that growth, making sure that Savannah remains a great place to live as well as a place to visit.
How do you feel about this election and about this race? How does it compare to other races that you've been a part of?
It's been difficult. I mean, each election has been different. But hey, as long as the outcome is what we want it to be, I'm all right with it.
How do you feel about today's turnout?
Great, friends, family from all over the place, and so very happy about that.
Well, thank you so much, Van Johnson.
Thank you.
Stay tuned to Fox 28 for all the election coverage. In Savannah, Christian Felt, Fox 28 News at 10.